This is Kestra, a startup that recently raised $25 million on a single promise: kill Apache Airflow. And their entire trick is almost insulting in how simple it actually sounds. You stop writing your data pipelines in Python, and you start writing them in YAML. Stay with me because that one thing is bigger than it looks. Let me show you how all this works in the next couple minutes. And now picture a chain of jobs that have to run in order. Pull some data, clean it up, load it into a database, then hit an API to kick off the next thing. You could wire that up with Cron, but the moment one step fails, it's no bueno. No retry, no log, no clue what actually broke. That's the exact mess orchestration tools were built to actually fix, and Airflow honestly has been king of them for years. The problem with Airflow is that every single pipeline is a Python program you have to write, maintain, and debug. The whole system is heavy, and just getting it running on your own machine, most of us wouldn't actually enjoy anyways. If you enjoy coding tools to speed up your workflow, be sure to subscribe. We have videos coming out all the time. Now, Kestra's whole thing is that workflow shouldn't be a program at all. It should just be a configuration. Let me show you what that actually means. I'm in the browser editor here, and I'll write a tiny flow in YAML. A couple of steps. One runs a Python script, one runs a shell command. I can hit execute and watch the screen. The diagram lights up with one bot at a time live as each step runs. I can jump to a timeline view to see how long each piece took and click straight into the log for any step that I want. That entire pipeline just ran and I never wrote a single line of orchestration code. So here's how this thing actually runs. Every workflow is what they call a flow, and really it's just YAML, a list of tasks and a trigger that starts them. The tasks are language agnostic, and that's big here. One flow can run Python, the node, then bash, then a SQL query, and then fire up a container, all in one row. Airflow really wants you in Python. N8N really wants you in JavaScript. Kestra actually doesn't even care what each step is written in, and the triggers are built right into the whole thing. Run it on a schedule like Cron, set it off when a webhook fires, or a file lands in a bucket, or call it from the API. One last thing I like, the code and the visual builder stay locked together, so editing one actually automatically updates the other one. Now, why should you care versus the tools already we're using, aka Airflow? Right now, against Airflow, your pipeline turns into a clean config that someone who doesn't know Python could actually read and approve at pull requests. And the reviewers say the engine chews through parallel work better than Airflow's scheduler does. Now, that's great, but against Zapier and Make, there's no SaaS and no getting billed per task. It's built for devs and real infrastructure, and you host it yourself. And against plain old Cron, you get retries, timeouts, a real dependency map, and an actual UI right out of the box. Now, Kestra says it ran 2 billion workflows in 2025. That's 20 times the year before. And it's got names of customers like Apple, JP Morgan, Toyota, and Bloomberg. Now, those growth numbers come straight from the company, not from an outsider audit. So take it all with a grain of salt. But more and more people are betting that this declarative config first way of doing orchestration is where the whole field is heading. Okay, now a few catches here. First, this is a Java app, and the JVM, it's hungry. You want around 4 gigs of RAM and a couple of cores just to run the server in peace. Second, YAML is a dream for clean linear pipelines, but the second you need heavy dynamic branching logic, it starts to fight us. And honestly, Python-based tools handle that a lot better. And lastly, Kestra is open core, so the engine itself is truly open source, but single sign-on, role-based access control, and audit logs, those live behind some kind of paywall. So the free version gives you one shared login, that's it. It's perfectly fine if you're doing this alone, but a problem the day you need a real multi-user control system without wanting to pay. So should you use it? Well, that last part might be the dictator to all of that. If you want your orchestration to be readable config instead of Python, this is honestly cool. This is a cool tool, and it runs natively on Apple Silicon. Spinning it up on Macs is a single Docker run command, and the dashboard comes up on localhost. Give it a try, or if you have already tried it, drop your thoughts below. If you enjoy coding tips and tricks like this, be sure to subscribe. We have videos coming out all the time.